guys, it's your girl Ayn and you're watching Sunkissed Somewhere. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're an old subscriber, welcome back. My name is Ayn Bernos and I do videos on travel, beauty, and fashion 3 times a week, every single week, or when I can. For today's video, I am doing a freelance Q&A. I've asked you guys on Instagram and on YouTube if you have any questions about working from home, and today I'm gonna answer all of that. But just a quick reminder, I am answering from my point of view and based on my experience. Remote work is so diverse and it could literally be anything. I want to share you guys my experiences and my tips, so if you want to get started, you can. Shall we begin? We shall. Okay, so first question, what type of job do you actually do? For your information, I am a digital marketing specialist / social media manager / freelance writer / all of the things. Mostly what I do is really in marketing and content writing. So I write blogs, I write website copies, I handle social media, and I provide digital marketing strategy for brands. How do you find jobs and how do you know they're not fake? That's question number 2. You have to go to really reputable websites such as Upwork.com. That's a really good place to start. There's also jobsonline.ph and LinkedIn. I usually just trust my judgment. You have to be really good at research if you want to do remote work, and that means you need to do your research about your employer as well. Obviously, you need to check out their website. Is it official? Their social media pages? Is the contact person even a real person? So those kinds of things. You have to look out for yourself because nobody else will. Number 3, do I need to spend or pay anything to get started with remote work? Okay, the answer is no. See, that's how you know something is fake, when a company asks you to shell out money. I don't know how these things work, but my type of remote work, you don't have to do that. Employers pay you. It's not the other way around. Your capital here is your skills, and you need to invest on that and not money. It's not about shelling out money or giving your employer money. That's just not okay. Number 4, how do you transition from an office job to a remote job? Okay, so I actually did that earlier this year. A little background, I've been working at a digital marketing agency in Makati for more than a year before I transitioned to freelancing because I was always traveling and it was just really hard for me. So I resigned from my job. You know, it was a long process of me finding a good job that would allow me to work from home, etc. I've lost a lot and I've failed a lot during this process. It wasn't just I quit my job and then I worked online and it was just that happily ever after. It wasn't like that at all. Yeah, you need to be ready. You need to have savings in case things don't work out, in case, you know, you fail and you're not a good employee in your remote job and it's just you're done. And then you just need a backup plan all the time. It's the same with any job. It's just the risks are higher here. I was also lucky because when I resigned from my my job at the agency, eventually I got it back, but this time for a freelance basis. I get to work from home now. Obviously, I don't have the benefits of being a full-time employee anymore, but at least I have the same account now, and yeah, I get to work from home, which is good. Question number 5, what is your favorite advantage of working from home? For me, my favorite advantage of working from home obviously is the flexibility and my ability to do stuff that's outside my normal day job. Because when I was working in Makati and I had to travel 1 to 2 hours every day to get to work, and then another 1 to 2 hours getting home, that's 4 hours out of my day already, and I can't film, I can't do YouTube, I can't exercise. It's just hard because you work an 8 to 9 hour day and then you travel, and it takes a lot of my time. But now that I work from home, I get to do all the other stuff that I want to do. I get to work out in the mornings, or like during lunchtime. It's fine because it's right here, and then I get to film like this, and just my time is in my hands. And obviously I always have to be online because when my manager reaches out to me and he needs, like, it's an emergency, we need you for this, that, you need to be there. So you need to be always connected, but still, that's still a pretty good advantage that you get to, you know, really fix a schedule that suits yourself. How do you ask clients to pay on time? So I like this question because this is a problem that a lot of freelancers have, especially because it's online and you can't just go up to your boss and be like, hey, where's my money now? And it's kind of hard also because if it's not automated, like you don't have human resources to do that for you or anything, you just have to be really assertive about it and know your worth. I feel like the best tip I could give is make sure you're doing a good job and you deserve the pay, so you can actually ask for it and know that you deserve it. How do you say no to your bed when it's calling you? This has been a problem for the first few months of me working remotely because my time is in my hands and I can literally work from my bed. But I realized that that's not such a good idea. You need to separate your home life and your work life despite working from home. You need to have your space where you just work and that's it. And then your bed, just reserve it for sleeping and napping. And even when you're in your workspace inside your house, it's still hard because the bed is right there. It's literally right there. How do you say no to that? Especially when you're sleepy and you're tired and stuff. So what I do is I go to coffee shops. And right now I work at a co-working space, so it's open from 12 noon to 6 a.m. And so I make it a point to be there at 12 noon if the latest is like 2 p.m. From 12 noon to 2 p.m. I need to be there. And then when I'm there, obviously there's nothing else to do because I pay for my stay there at 60 pesos per hour, and I always want to make sure that I'm productive when I'm there. And obviously there's no bed there, and just keep your distance, just keep yourself as far away from your bed as possible and you can be productive actually. Do you need a degree or experience to start working remotely? Just like with all things, all jobs, you obviously need experience. A degree, I don't think it's as important just because the process is a lot different. I mean, I started freelancing when I was in college, so I didn't have a degree then, but I was working towards it. However, I did have experience. A lot of my first few experiences in writing were non-paid jobs. Some of them I contributed to like websites like Thought Catalog, like I said in my last 50 Facts About Me video. I published an article on Rappler. You need to do a lot of work before you actually get paid for it, And I'm in a good place now because I worked hard for it when I was in college and I was really building my portfolio. You gotta do the work before you actually get paid for it. Can students work from home too? Yes, definitely. Also, if you're a student and your schedule is a little flexible, then by all means work from home. It's definitely a good gig and it will get you experience. It will expand your CV, your resume. It will look so good when you're out of college and you've had like 3 jobs under your name. So I used to write articles and get content writing jobs when I was still studying. It was a lot of work, but also it pays well to do that. Okay, lastly, what are the usual writing jobs that you get while working from home? So like I said a while ago, I do website copywriting, I do social media copywriting and management. That's still writing, by the way. And then I do articles for like magazines and stuff. And then speeches, that's also a thing. Proofreading, although I don't like proofreading anymore because it's such a pain. So I try to veer away from that. That's also one more thing I like about freelancing. If let's say you need more money, you could just accept more projects. If you're doing great, you don't have to. Just stick with your regular thing. Those are the writing jobs that I usually get. However, just for the sake of information, there are also a lot of opportunities with like email marketing, being a virtual assistant, like a secretary, but like online. You have to schedule events or schedule meetings or check your boss's email, whatever. And then you can also work in IT. You could be a web developer if you're good at code. And then you could be a graphic designer, a video editor. Honestly, you could be anything and work from home. Obviously, you can't be a doctor and work from home. I don't think that's a thing unless you have a clinic at home. Yeah, but there are a lot of opportunities. You just have to be really proactive about searching for these things and doing your research. So yeah, you watching this video is the first step, but after this, you need to do research that's tailored for you. Because even if I tell you guys about this, it's just, this is my experience and this is my job. After this, you gotta find a job that's suited to your skill set, that's suited to your experience, and you gotta do what you gotta do to get there. So that's it for my freelance Q&A. I hope I answered your questions, and if there are some more, just leave them in the comments below and I will definitely answer them for you. Also, follow me on social media if you want to get updated whenever I post a new video. I post every Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays 3 times a week, every single week. Alright, again, thank you so much again for watching and for hanging out in my channel, hanging out with me. I hope I see you guys again soon. Bye! Stay confident.
No.